And what about platforms like Slack? Do you see them coming into play? Like, what's next after text?
Well, I mean, look, I mean, whether it's Slack or WhatsApp or Messenger or other thing, China's advantage of being a communist country, which gave those companies the ability to hold off their competition, be vertically integrated, and play politics and good innovation, and just scale that is unheard. I mean, I'm so fascinated by people that don't have context on the Chinese market, whether it's live streaming or how much an influencer could sell. I mean, when I say things to people like, an influencer sold $60 million worth of this one product on one live stream, an American business person's brain breaks because if they're not being global about this. So, I do think there's a ton of innovation in the American market. Let me phrase, outside of the Chinese market around live. I think there's a ton on that. But it's all the same game. Whether you're YouTube or Spotify or Facebook, I believe all three of those companies are in the same business.
Yeah.
They need to show me that they can vertically integrate with retail. I'm shocked that nobody's bought Target yet. Like I'm convinced that Facebook or TikTok or that somebody in content buys Target. I think Walmart going to the TikTok route makes a ton of sense. It's what Amazon has over everybody. I'm stunned by the big tech companies' lack of understanding that retail is a component of the stack. And so I think Target's a huge target for M&A activity from a Facebook or an Apple or a Spotify, because I think retail is an actual part of the macro stack of the biggest companies in the world. And I think you can see that with Amazon's leverage. You can see that, with content. Amazon Prime is a leverage point against the video product against selling on its site. Walmart's going to need to replicate that. Facebook's going to find itself. Facebook is incredible in M&A around its core strength of attention, but I think they have to integrate hardware and retail to be a full stack monster. And so I'm waiting for the companies in America to wake up to that full stack. And we've seen it with Amazon's seen it the most. Prime, Whole Foods, these are not by accidents. And I think Bezos continues to outmaneuver his competition.
So how big do you think that opportunity is? We've kind of coined it as social commerce. I think that's what you're touching on here. This idea that
you see where I'm going? I know where you're going with social commerce, live, shopping cart. It's huge. I think it extends beyond that. Think about it. If Facebook owns Target tomorrow and you're in feed and you could buy something, but you could pick it up at the register if you want, or all those locations, the answer is, I think I'm already in my mind on social commerce 3.0, which is the macro infrastructure. Like Facebook needs to own the TV, the hardware to be able to, see a commercial, purchase it, and have Target deliver it. Because Amazon's there. Amazon's missing one thing, a social platform.
So then who in your mind is winning social commerce 1.0 or 2.0, wherever you're at, wherever we're at today?
The human beings that are arbitraging the platforms.
So the Shopify drop
the human
shippers.
Beings. Exactly. The humans, not the platforms. The platforms are fragmented. Somebody's going to M&A their way. Somebody's going to pull off the Bob Iger moment. Bob Iger figured out that the IP was the value, and he went and overpaid for Lucas and Marvel, only to be proven to be historically true with Disney Plus. Somebody of the Amazon, Google, Facebook, Inc., Snap, Spotify, I think is a sneaky competitor to all this because they can add video and boom. Like some of those 7 people that have the attention are going to add hardware and social and retail and win the game. Like Apple buying Target would make sense. Facebook. I'm stunned that Facebook hasn't gone there. Because they have so much to lose against Walmart and Amazon if Walmart and Amazon buy Twitter. Like there's a lot here and it's going to go that route.
And so you're saying Amazon is already there in a lot of ways.
Amazon's there. If Amazon goes and buys Twitter tomorrow, they've completed the loop. They're in hardware at some level and with voice, and I think they should build. I think all of them should make a dumb television that's just tricked out for no money, get in homes. Like to me, I'm buying a television and losing. I'm doing the razor and video game business where I'm losing money on the television that's tricked out just to get you into my iOS.